Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Sunday, the 26th of February, 2023. As always, keep in mind, this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so you know what to do. Just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Now, as you can see, I did pre-pull the center energy for this day from the Mystic Mondays tarot deck, and then we'll just keep building upon this card in a layered spread kind of way with the same deck. But we're beginning with the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting, I showed you this card before mentioning the overall message, which I channeled before the reading. You light up the room. You light up the room. So with that said and done, the Wheel of Fortune speaking upon the fact that if you look at this imagery, first and foremost, things are working in your favor. It feels like the progress you've been making is continuing and growing, proceeding for oneself, but it feels like you're glowing. You're showing people how it's done. It could be more so you are just, they're saying learning quickly. It feels like you're just doing what you need to do or feel inclined to do, want to do, and doing it well. It feels like some of which are taking care of themselves throughout this day and or working, okay? They're saying towards your craft or just to make money. It feels like you're bonding with people as well. There's a sense of being drawn back to the overall message. You step into whatever situation it is for you, right? And you light up the room. It feels like even when you're a little bit, they're saying perplexed or a bit nervous, you still light up the room. There's a sense of your personality even shining quite brightly throughout this day. But I feel like when it comes to the work you've produced recently, for some, it could be throughout this day. Specifically, you are finding oneself lighting up other people's worlds. Does that make sense? You're evident of the fact that you know what you're doing. Okay. You are showing people that your talents in of themselves, it could be one talent per se, but for a lot, I feel like it's multiple. Those shine and glow and light up the room as well. Interesting. Let's keep pulling. I hope that was worded right. But I just feel like there's different parts of this day as I'm being shown these different sections where there's different responsibilities or different focuses, a different focus for each part of the day. And it feels like each part will feel rewarding in different ways. Does that make sense? And it feels like you're going to be recognized on different levels throughout this day. The Six of Wands, beautiful. So it's this day that shows you that you deserve the victory that lies before you, okay? And throughout this day in general, I feel like you're being prepared for more spotlight attention, more spotlight success. But it feels like there's a fun aspect about this day at certain points that you simply need to sort of heal or shake things off or simply brighten your day-to-day routines. It feels like things have been a little bit bland recently, or you've dealt with some disappointments, endings, slip-ups in the recent past that are leading you towards needing this victory, this fun, light-hearted touch to your day. Okay, moving forward, and Spirit saying it's up to you to take this victory, this fun feeling, and this glow about oneself, and to carry that through into the upcoming days. All right. They're now showing me this imagery and her sort of riding a roller coaster, and they're saying we get that through the roller coaster known as your life, the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the unexpected, the even expected, right? That it's going to be easy at certain points to expect the worst, but we need you to stick with or bring oneself back to that optimistic, positive state of being and viewing one's situation or situations, okay? Because that's only going to enhance your glow more so, help you light up the room more so, and gain oneself more victory, more rewards all the meanwhile. Beautiful. Continuing forward with the reading, we have the Seven of Wands. So it feels like through it all, there's a very strong, bold way about you. There's a sense of a lot drawn to the reading needing to protect your energy. It may feel like there's some, if not one particular aspect of your life that's feeling a bit heavy. Could be where you're working, where you're living, could be energy, it could be your spirituality. It just feels like you need to recognize that the weight that feels like it's weighing you down at certain points is not going to diminish the glow, the shine about you, right? And there's a sense of you being reminded what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? I don't really love that saying, but it's coming out in this reading for a reason. There's a sense of a lot coming towards you, but you being capable and able to handle it with a sense of ease and confidence. I feel like you're looking good throughout this day. There's also thoughts of freedom. They're showing me the hair here, okay? I'm being drawn to it. In a sense of the imagery I was getting was somebody on a motorcycle, per se, and your hair being blown in the wind, right? That sense of freedom that you desire, whether it's financial freedom, it could be from a commitment, it could be you're working throughout the Sunday and you just are looking at the clock and hoping for the day to be wrapped up sooner rather than later, right? Wanting that time to come to be. It could be you wanting freedom from a connection for some, or from the heavy energy or the disturbances. It's obviously going to differ from case to case, and it could be more than one thing. But this thought of freedom is going to be purposeful, but don't let it weigh you down or disturb the beautiful aspects of this day. I hope that makes sense, because it feels like, when you're thinking about, you could even be pushed spiritually to think about the freedom you desire to get the wheels churning in your head, or just to get you motivated or keep you motivated. But to allow that to get out of hand will alter the purpose of it towards a negative outcome. Does that make sense? So it's up to you to take that push, that nudge, or just that coming to be of thinking about freedom, to utilize it in a positive sense. All right, don't let it get too far or go too far. At the Five of Cups again, it just feels like, because you may be, again, desiring freedom or coming to terms with the fact that you desire freedom from a situation where you just can't expect the best at times. And it may be valid, but Spirit's saying, again, you're lighting up the room. Things are working out for you. The wheel, if not multiple wheels, are turning in your favor. For some, I feel like you're wrapped up in one situation, even if it's just simply relaxing at home, right? Or taking care of your home life. And there's another situation that without effort in that current moment or those moments, it's progressing for you. The wheel's turning for you. So Spirit's saying, recognize, focus on, acknowledge where things are working out for you. And yes, there are other areas of your life or other aspects where there needs improvement, right? Or when the time comes, things will need to switch up, or you'll be pushed to switch things up. But things are working out in certain ways that should be, again, acknowledged. The gratitude should be there for that. But the Ten of Cups, so yeah, it just feels like you're being pushed to at certain points throughout this day, as you do, again, glow and shine in certain ways, to think about where your ultimate happiness lies, right? That fulfillment for oneself, whether it's you being pushed to think about that ideal living situation, right? That ideal relationship, that ideal career situation, or multiple for oneself. And Spirit's saying, again, don't allow that to get out of hand by then comparing to the point of not being satisfied where you are, even more so, but, or just in general. But there's a sense of you, I did see the Magician before, having the ability to manifest and co-create with Spirit at this point along your path, to see whatever this Ten of Cups represents for you. And again, it could be more than one thing, to see that come to be in your external reality. So let's do it, right? And again, divine timing, we didn't mention it in this reading yet, but divine timing is an absolute essential reminder. So do keep in mind that, yes, you have the ability to manifest, co-create with Spirit, to see it come to be, but you can't force it to come to be quicker than it's meant to. So just allow for yourself to tap into that patience all the meanwhile, all right? It just feels like this day is quite magical, and there is a sense of you feeling victorious and warm-hearted is what I'm getting. A little bit giddy even, certain levels of laughter potentially wrapped up into you connecting with one, if not multiple people. And again, some of you are thinking about that ultimate relationship connection, soulmate for oneself, and that's fine. And you could have already met this person along your path up until this point, but I feel like your ability to connect, to relate, to adapt to certain people, to certain types of energies, that's coming in handy throughout this day and leaving you with certain levels of victory, and could even put certain add certain levels of joy and happiness to the day. All right. But I just feel like all the meanwhile, you are a little bit burnt out throughout this day, and there's a focus on who and what does actually stress you out all the meanwhile. But it feels like there is certain levels of creativity wrapped up into this day that make you feel fulfilled all the meanwhile, but could tie into you feeling like a bit of a wounded warrior or just needing to protect your energy. But it feels like a very successful day all the meanwhile, where there's thoughts of the future, there's thoughts of what's working out for you at this time. Again, how the wheel, if not multiple, are turning in your favor. And I just feel like this is a day that reminds you you're, okay, a shining star, one strong individual that simply lights up the room when you step into it. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday, and I'll definitely see you next time.